619717398. Type these digits into your seed field before generating a Minecraft world, and what you end up with is Minecraft's hardest seed. As you can see, immediately upon loading into a world, we spawn on an island, which, you know, survival island is already a challenge by itself, but imagine a survival island where you didn't have a single tree and you have this seed right here. Pretty hard, right? But I mean, as with every seed, there's always a island around spawn that has a tree on it, right? Nope, not in this case. As you can see, looking at the map, it's just an island surrounded by water, and then in the very far distance, you can just about see another single island, and that's another sand-covered island. There is nothing in the immediate vicinity of this spawn, which will give you the ability to do the most basic step in Minecraft of getting wood, and there are barely even any bits of grass to allow you to get the all-important seeds, because guess what? This is Seed Sunday, the weekly series where I show you seeds for Minecraft that are particularly interesting and worth checking out in some way. And the reason this seed is worth checking out is because of how bad it really is. It's so bad that it's actually a challenge to try and survive on, and let me explain to you why and how. Because I want to start today's Seed Sunday by mentioning just how barren this island really is. I mean, it has a single flower on it. It has barely enough, pieces of grass to get yourself a few pieces of seeds, even if you can get yourself a hoe. And then on top of that, there is only one direct cave found in either of the islands, because there's a river separating this island from the rest of itself, just to make it more annoying. But that part of, the one cave that you can find is this deep, contains no ores, and is actually covered in sand, which means if you break any of the blocks around here, not only will the water start to pour in, but also, as you'll probably notice more than anything else, some sand will start to fall down too. So it's a flooded cave, or a very easily flooded cave, that has no real resources to give you, and that's assuming you could even get wood in the first place, because without a tree, how are you meant to do that? Well, actually, people assume that with no trees equals no wood, and that's true for 99% of the source of wood in Minecraft, but you actually can just about get by without them, because when you spawn into an ocean biome, sometimes you'll find some ocean ruins. Those are really far away and don't contain woods, but still a chance to find some form of axe or something in a chest. But if you want to guarantee some actual wood, some hard blocks to actually build your life out of, you're gonna have to head quite far to the north over here, because once you're about 150 blocks away from the mainland, as you can see, there is in fact a buried ship right here, a abandoned shipwreck if you will, and it's unlucky enough to be one of the very few with very little easy access to wood. I mean, the only real way to do this is to break this piece of wood on water, which by the way, if you do so, you will drown, because you do not have enough time by default to survive that. So that's kind of beautiful in my opinion, that there's one ship near spawn, and it basically drowns you if you want to break the wood in it by default. So what you instead have to do is you have to pray for an axe. You have to pray that the drowns stay away for at least a little bit, because they will spawn nearby here, and you have to pray that something around here is going to help you. And a leather tunic with protection 1 sadly doesn't quite constitute that in my opinion. And it's something that's beautiful because it really just adds to the difficulty here, that the tiniest little piece of wood that you can maybe get your hands on is not easy enough to get with your fist. You can't fist punch this wood. You have to use a stone axe, or you have to suffer most of your health as a downside, and therefore it's not really a good long-term source. The only good source of wood that doesn't require a stone axe, which requires good loot, or that isn't just based on getting a single leather tunic, as you can see we've got right here, is to instead head even further to the north than this, because as you can see, there's another couple of shipwrecks over here. One is just over there, one is just over here, but instead of going to either of those, you want to instead head to this little sandy island. So there is a single tree found on the island over there, but you know what? If you want to play this seed, you want to play on the max difficulty, you have to ignore that tree, pretend the tree isn't there. You can only live off your island and the waters around it. So instead what you want to do is you want to head down here, where there is conveniently enough some magma pulling you down, because inside this ravine right here, you'll find something quite shocking in my opinion. It is an abandoned mineshaft. So if you want wood on this Minecraft seed, you have to swim about 300 blocks in a dark, cold place, and then you have to break the wood which comes with this mineshaft. It's not wooden, blocks, it's not wooden logs, it is instead just wooden planks, and you find just a few of them in here. But in my opinion, that is the beauty of playing such a challenging Minecraft seed. The idea that you have to scrounge, not for wood, oak logs, but instead scrounging for the individual planks, which you can then use to make the sticks or anything like that. Again, it's a nice challenge in my opinion, plus also there's drowns again, because why not? And also there's cobwebs, and also most of this place seems to be semi-flooded, so if you want to get more than 6 bits of planks, you're gonna have to go quite deep in here, in quite a dangerous way. It's so dark in here, I'm sure you can barely see anything, and that's after we do some editing, but that is something that we have to live with, and we have to get ourselves enough wood to make a wooden pickaxe if we are lucky enough to be able to get those pieces of wood, which we can just about do right here. We'll have, be able to reward ourselves with the fact that a wooden pickaxe is good enough, just barely, to be able to mine coal, so we can actually get some coal down here too. That's right, look at this beauty. We made a wooden pickaxe entirely from ingredients we found underground, and we can use it to mine some coal in this underwater abandoned mineshaft mess. We could also use that to make a stone pickaxe, and if we really wanted to push the boat out, we could make a stone pickaxe, use the stone pickaxe to mine some iron, and have an iron pickaxe this early on. It's very hard to do so, given there are drowns gunning for you every second of the day, but the real beauty of this is the fact that through here, you can see how there's a single block of water, which you can use as a way to get into the rest of the abandoned mineshaft. So again, the rest of this place is semi-underwater, very hard to see in, super dark, and a real challenge just to see and get around for most people. But again, there are nice benefits to doing so, because as you can see, it is a medium-sized mineshaft with a nice zombie with a hat. Actually, I take back what I said about being a medium mineshaft. You can see how it's literally this single corridor right here. It's this single corridor attached to it, and then it's this little thing here where, as you can see, there's a few blocks of rails, and then there's gravel on the ceiling, which will immediately fall down and crush it all anyway. And then that's it. That is the entirety of this mineshaft. The one respite you get from the super challenging seed. There's no spawners, there's no chests, there's very little access to decent resources beyond a few bits of coal and iron, and that is the challenge you have to put up with if you want to do anything on this seed. Also, there's fish in the mineshaft. Can't say that's a thing I've experienced before just now. Anyway, after clearing out the rest of the mineshaft, we can finally make ourselves a stone axe if we want to. So if you don't get lucky on the loot, as statistically you won't, from random things around the sea, or if you want to do this the actual reliable, consistent way, this is the point in the game by which you have a stone axe, and by the point in the game at which you can finally, if you can escape this ravine, which is easier said than done in some ways, this is the point of the game where you can finally start to break yourself some wood. Amusingly enough, by this point, it's actually nighttime. That's how long it takes you to get all of these things going together. Even more if you want to have an iron axe and any other semblance of an iron tool, such as perhaps a hoe, because without a hoe you are going to starve, by the way. But yeah, we're going to go down and we're going to try our very best to avoid the drowns which are swarming the ship, and we're going to try and get a single block of wood before going back to the surface, and we'll see if we can make it without any damage whatsoever. It's unlikely, but I want to believe. I want to believe. Okay, 1 heart, 2 heart. Okay, so only 2 hits of damage, and you can get a single piece of wood from here. A piece of wood we can use to make a whole 4 dark oak planks. We are spoiled beyond belief, huh? Now we go back in and we try to get the chest, except this time, oh, the drowns are coming to get me. The drowns are gonna come and get me. And then we can finally head home with the help of some handy dolphins. And yeah, it's at this point in the run, 14 minutes in, I'd like to reiterate, where we finally can return home, having chopped down some wood. How many bits of wood, I hear you asking? Well, two bits of wood. We now have 8 dark oak planks and 3 oak wood planks from the Stronghold, and a chest, and some potatoes. Yes, that really is it. And you can look around the entire island if you want to, but you're not going to find any sheep spawning here because it's an ocean biome, which means no natural mobs spawn whatsoever. Did I forget to mention that, by the way? It's not a plains biome. You're not going to find an abundance of animals as you can on some survival islands. Nope, what you're going to find is nothing besides hostile mobs when it turns to night. So you have to make all of your food yourself, or you can fish for it, I guess, but you have to make all your food yourself, which means we're going to have to make another crafting table because we kind of left that last one behind. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to waste some of our ingredients on a hoe. We'll of course use our little mine to find some stone. It's a very effective mine, as you can see. There's so many ingredients in here. We'll of course get stone by mining down over here. And when we're lucky, we'll even end up with some iron, as you can see. Okay, we're gonna die from a single spider attack. It's fine. Obviously, going to sleep would be my first choice in the Minecraft world, but without access to sheep, we cannot go to sleep. Oh, that rhymes nicely. Instead, what you have to do if you want to sleep on this seed is you have to kill about 12 spiders and then use the string to make some wool, which right now, needless to say, not a very easy task, so we kind of leave that one to the side. And so instead, the most viable way to eat is just to place some, hoe land, some farmland, right here next to the seat, where it will of course stay irrigated. Fill it with some potatoes we got from our chest because we are lucky. Fill it with the seeds we got from this island, and then we kind of just wait and, patiently for the crops to grow. We could try and kill some skeletons, but with half a heart, I don't know if that's such a great idea. We could try and get some bone meal from them, or we can wait till the daylight, again, praying that we survive, which is kind of unlikely in some ways. We can wait for the daylight, and we can hope that the skeletons come on land, where they'll melt to death, dropping their bones. But otherwise, surviving your first night on this Minecraft seed is one of the hardest you can find in Minecraft. Sure, like in any other Minecraft world, if you really want to, you can just hide underground. Sure, like in any other Minecraft world, you can just explore and find a better spawn point. But as far as the worst Minecraft spawn I have ever encountered, it is this seed so far and beyond, anything else I've ever seen. Seriously, how many other seeds are there where your main survival strategy is wait for the sun to rise, pray that the sun rises, and hope that no mobs come to you in the time where it is rising? But that is what we have to do on this seed, and that is what makes it such a beautiful challenge, in my opinion. Also, I think a zombie died in the water, so we can actually get some armor, and all we have to do is avoid some creepers, which I don't think hurt you in water anyway. I guess we'll test that one, won't we? Creepers, do you hurt me if you're in water? You do not hurt me. Okay, so there we go. Creepers are in water, can't hurt me whatsoever. We're good to go, and now we got ourselves that gold armor. However, the skeletons despawn, so I can't use them for bone meal. So it's a pretty dull second day on this seed. So yeah, this is a ludicrous survival challenge. Let me know if you'd like to see some more of this in the future, because one of the things I have to do, because this is Seed Sunday, obviously this is partially a survival challenge, or a teaser of something we can maybe do in the future, but one of my favorite things about this as a challenge is, the fact that even right now in 1.4, the current version of Minecraft, it is obviously like a, like a big challenge, and there's not really much to help you, but the cool thing is it actually incorporates 1.16 into it, the Never update. So here we are, the same seed, but it's in 1.16, or the current betas. There is potentially some changes, but I don't imagine too many more at this point. And something you're going to see is right over here, there is actually a ruined portal. What a lovely little thing to find. And this means that you can have some access to gold tools, which doesn't make the challenge too much easier. It just makes the challenge more ridiculous that you'll be using a gold hoe with silk touch as your first tool, and a golden shovel with silk touch as well. Some fire charges and some flint are not very useful things. But yeah, your first Nether portal will effectively be underwater on this seed. I don't really see many other great ways of doing it, and the way you'd have to do that is by finding a lava pit and then by bringing it repeatedly to this portal. It sounds dumb, but it could be like a lot of fun in my opinion. And to add some salt to the wound, the thing that makes this seed so challenging is the nearest stronghold is 3,000 blocks away. 3,000 blocks away. And I know at some point the number of blocks stops, feeling like a real distance, so allow me to show you what the journey looks like between here and those coordinates. It's funny, because from over here, this looks like a pretty normal Minecraft seed, right? I mean, in a lot of ways. It's not that atypical, and it's just that reminder that every Minecraft seed, even the worst ones, even the best ones, if you follow them out for long enough, eventually they all become average Minecraft seeds. Any Minecraft seed has anything you could want if you go far enough, but the key point in Seed Sunday is that it be close to spawn, and that's why this stronghold, no matter how good it is 3,000 blocks away from spawn. Also, by the way, this is one of the very few strongholds that doesn't generate below a village. It generates near enough to a village to cause some confusion and give you some issues, but it's not actually underneath the village, just making life that tiny bit harder, because why not, right? Actually, there's a village over here too. This is a really tiny village. This is one of the tiniest desert villages I've ever seen. It's literally 4 buildings around a well, and then a 5th building just over there. What an interesting thing. It has an iron golem to defend it for some reason. Although it doesn't look like there's any villagers to defend here. Yep, pretty sure we just have an iron golem alone in this village. Because there's no houses capable of supporting villagers, right? Oh no, we got one villager over there. And we got another over here. And then hopefully another one in this. No, literally 2 villagers to this village. What a weird quirky thing. And a lava pit here, in case you haven't been to the Nether yet. Anyway, to conclude my point about this particular survival island seed, is this is the hardest survival island you can get in Minecraft Bedrock. We found a seed like this many years ago for Minecraft Console Edition, but yet here is one in the Bedrock version of Minecraft, and it's a super fun, ultra hard challenge if you like the idea of challenging yourself. This is something I've always liked. This is why I'm working on a series of maps coming out soon for all platforms of Minecraft Bedrock, by the way. Just want to plug that here real quick. But I really like ultra hard survival challenges. I like making every step in the survival an actual challenge, and that's why I might stream this if you'd like to see my attempt at surviving Minecraft's hardest seed. But more importantly, I encourage all of you to try exactly the same, because surviving in Minecraft when it's easy, sure, that's a fun thing. Surviving in Minecraft when it's hard makes you appreciate all of the steps in the game so much more, and that's why I wholeheartedly recommend it. Also, by the way, one of the things I'll totally be using if I ever do the seed as a survival thing is all the way out in this direction, the same direction as the abandoned mineshaft in the water, by the way. Something you'll find that I find quite shocking. Something you'll find is an ocean monument, and I actually think that this is one of the best ideas for survival, you know, like, because you can get some golden blocks, you could turn those into golden ingots, make some golden carrots, and you could live with the best Minecraft food, have a really impressive Minecraft house. I'm just saying, you could do it using the blocks that you got from here, if you can kill the Elder Guardians. So yeah, play on hard difficulty, try to take down an ocean monument, and you'll be rewarded greatly. That's my strategy, and I maybe will be doing that sometime in the future. But for now, I encourage all of you to do the same. The seed was at the beginning of the video. Someone always asks, no matter where I put the seed in the video, like, Toycat, what's the seed, man? Why aren't you telling me? And fun fact, while we play the beta, the seed's actually up there the entire time. Also, the coordinates are up there the entire time. And also, there's a picture of my skin in the top left the entire time whenever I'm sprinting in the air or anything like that. So, you want to see Steve's face without me having to do this? Just look in the top left corner. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, then have a nice day. That's all I ask you to do. But hit the like button on your way out. Haha, tricked you, friends. No, don't hit the like button. I forbid you. You can't do it. You're not allowed. Instead, what you should do is hit subscribe. There we go. Now we're plugging our video stuff. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, because I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.